Hello, my people. Long time no YouTube. You know, with the holidays and stuff, life got a little crazy, a little busy, and I don't know, it just wasn't really a priority, I guess. Sorry. So yeah, anyway, I figured I would put a little something out there. It's the weekend after Christmas. So I hope everyone had a good holiday, ate lots of treats, and did not punish themselves for it afterwards. My parents came into town, which was really nice. They flew down a couple days before Christmas and then flew out the day after. So it was my first year like hosting a holiday at my place. It's the first time I've lived this far away from home. So that was nice. It was really nice to have them here. And yeah, basically I let my mom do all the cooking for a few days. I ate really good, ate lots of cookies, didn't overdo it, wasn't an asshole at any point. Like, yeah, I felt kind of blah the day after Christmas just because, you know, it's not, I don't usually eat two cookies a day, and I don't usually eat, you know, the kind of stuff that you eat for Christmas. Like, it's heavier food than I'm used to. So I definitely felt kind of gross, but didn't like do hours of cardio. I think I walked on the treadmill for 10 minutes. Didn't starve myself, didn't do anything crazy or stupid or something to compensate for eating bad like I, you know, would in the past. I basically just went back to my normal routine, started eating foods that I usually eat, drank a ton of water, and literally like the following day, I was like looking like my normal usual self. Like, didn't feel bloated anymore, didn't feel gross. Honestly, I haven't weighed myself in weeks, so I don't even know what I weigh anymore, because like in my off season, and especially now that's gonna be such a long off season, I don't really care. Like, I'll check in once in a while, but I put so much time and like focus and energy into my weight when I'm in prep that when I'm in the off season, I don't want to waste my like mental space and energy on it, because it doesn't really matter. As long as I feel good and I'm comfortable with the way I look and feel, that's really all that matters at the end of the day. So anyway, that's my little rant. I am going to go get my hair cut. Typical girl cut. Basically, I'm going to come back and my hair is not really going to look any different. It'll look nicer than it does now, because right now it looks absolutely disgusting and I look ratchet like usual. But other than that, it's not going to be any different. I feel like everyone now is talking about setting goals and resolutions for next year, blah, 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 whatever. So I'm going to put my 2 cents in on the whole situation when I get back. Also, I'm just going to throw this in here just because I did take check-in photos from my coach this morning, so I figured I would also share current physique on here, even though it's, you know, 3 or 4 days after Christmas. Like, I feel like a lot of people, this is like a weekend, they don't want to check in with their coaches because they're like, I, you know, ate like an asshole, I'm bloated, whatever. Yeah, like maybe I'm still a little bloated from the holidays, and like, yeah, you know, like I said, I ate more sugar than I usually would and whatever, but that is part of accountability. You check in regardless of the choices that you made, and you're open and honest with yourself, with your coach, you know, whoever. So it's a little bit of accountability for me, accountability for you guys, just a friendly reminder that it's okay. Like, you know, you don't have to like make a big deal out of it, freak out about it. That's what the holidays are for. Enjoying time with your loved ones, drinking the drinks, eating the foods. It's all good. So you'll have to excuse like how awkward it is. Trying to pose on carpet is really, really freaking hard. So my transitions are not smooth whatsoever. It is like not pretty to look at, but here are this morning's check-ins anyway.
Oh, you go. The check, I just put some crazy around my neck. Go crazy with your ex. I just might go crazy with my bitch. Bipolar with the check. I just put some crazy around my neck. Bipolar on my wrist. Bipolar, man, I keep on switching wheels. Rude, bipolar gang, diamond tennis chains on huge. A marijuana war will take your trees like Scrooge. My bitch bad and yellow, but my honey's all blue. I just went bipolar, put my wrist on Tom Cruise. Insane, man, my stash, man, it's crazy in the range. He must be bipolar, cause he can't stay in his lane. I'm talking to my shrink, and I'm draped, and I'm me. She asked me what I need, I said, bitch,
All right, so with it being the end of the year and 2019 being right around the corner, it is that time of year where people start talking about setting goals and resolutions for next year. And I think that's great. Like, if you want to set goals, you should. Like, I am all for it. The problem is that people set these goals or resolutions or whatever for the next year, and like, I don't know, 95% of people fail. And that's because they don't set like specific goals and specific timelines. Like, for example, people, I feel like really common resolutions are things like, in the new year, I want to lose weight, or I want to make more money, or I want to work out, or I want to eat healthy. I'm never going to eat junk food again. You know, you get the point. Very vague, broad, just like goals, you know, whatever. They're just throwing things out there. And so, you know, you get the people who get a gym membership and they go to the gym for the first 2 weeks of the year. Like, low-key, hate those people. You're taking up precious gym space that I'm in there every day and I could use, and you're literally in there for 2 weeks and then you're gone. But I digress. And you get the people who eat good for a couple of weeks, or crash diet and lose a couple of pounds, or do some stupid detox tea or whatever thing to lose weight fast, and then as soon as they are off that plan or whatever and they're eating the way they were eating before, all that weight comes on plus some. Then you get the people who want to make more money, but they aren't talking to their boss about a raise, or they aren't taking the initiative and doing the things that they need to be eligible for a raise, and, you know, whatever. So people set these very vague, broad goals for the new year, and they end up failing because they don't have a plan. So a more realistic goal would be something like, I want to lose 10 pounds by June. Like, you have a specific goal and you have a timeline. Or something like, I want to, like, starting January 1st, I want to go to the gym 3 times a week for the next 3 months. You know, something like, it has to be something specific, you know, or instead of going out to eat 3 times a week, I'm only going to go out to eat one time a week, and the rest of the week I'm going to make my meals at home. Or instead of having a drink after work every night, I'm only going to have a drink Friday nights after work. You know, it has to be something a little more specific. So, if you're more specific with it and you have a timeline that you have to work within, it's a lot easier to make a plan and to be successful because you have a specific goal you're working towards, you know. Or it could be something like, this semester, I am going to get a B+ or better in 3 of my classes. You know, like, whatever it is, you can't just say, I'm going to do better, or I'm going to weigh less, or I'm going to do more, because that doesn't count for shit. Like, I can promise you, you will fail, because I used to be one of those people every year, especially in college. I would be like, okay, this is going to be the year that I get back in shape and I lose weight. Okay, like, what? Do you think that ever worked for me? No. Like, that's not how you set a goal. So that's really important, is just, you have to set small, specific goals, give yourself a timeline, and then you need to make a plan. You know, if it's something weight loss related, you may want to work with a coach. You may want to work with somebody who can help you reach those goals. You know, if you're intimidated by the gym, maybe try doing some classes or working with a personal trainer. That way, when you walk in, you don't feel lost and scared and intimidated by people who do know what they're doing, and you've got like a support person or a group of support people, or, you know, take a friend to the gym with you. Like, whatever you need to do to make you feel comfortable working towards what you're working towards, and to keep you accountable and to get you closer to your goal and to help you reach your goal. You know, I mean, if you want to get a raise, like honestly, that's not much I know about. I mean, there's like certain things I can do at work, you know, but maybe talk to your manager and see if maybe there's like a project you could work on, or if there's some sort of quality improvement thing or something that you could do that would make you eligible during your next review. Like, what can you do to be a better employee to make you eligible to make more money later on in the year? Like, you have to have like set goals, and you have to have a plan. So like I mentioned in my last video, I don't anticipate competing. I don't anticipate stepping on stage in 2019. So I don't have like specific goals like, you know, I'm like, yeah, I want to put more muscle on. But to do that, I know I'm going to continue going to the gym and lifting 5 to 6 times a week, you know, and I know I need to recover well. I know I need to get enough sleep, and I know I need to eat enough. Like, so that's not necessarily a specific goal. You know, it's specific, but I'm not like, I want to put on 5 pounds of muscle in this year. Not that specific, but I know what I want to do, and I know what I need to do to get there. I'm also, because it's going to be a long off season, I plan on doing a bulk, a cut, and then a reverse, maybe even 2 rounds of it, depending on how long it takes. So, you know, I know during my bulk that I'm going to increase my macros every week, do less cardio, and, you know, I haven't like thought about it that much yet, but like, you know, I know I'll have like a goal weight I want to hit before I start cutting back down to what my pre-bulk weight probably was, and then try to reverse out of my cut, and get my baseline, ideally get my baseline caloric needs up, so that way when I do decide that I want to start prepping, I have like a good strong base to work from and enough to go from to cut down, if that makes sense. That way, ideally, I don't have to cut down as low, and I don't have to do as much cardio during prep. So that is like one of my goals for next year, physique-wise, you know. Other than that, I don't really know. You know, I just started a new job a couple of months ago, so I'm just trying to kind of figure out my surroundings. I'm finishing up orientation. You know, obviously, when I have my 3-month review, like I want it to go well. I want my manager to be satisfied with how I'm doing and how I'm adapting to my new role. I plan on going back to grad school this spring, the last year, I was in school for a little bit over a year before I took a break. I did really well. I got straight A's. Do I need straight A's? No, but is it nice? Yes. So, you know, I might set a goal for myself to get at least a B in all of my classes. You know, so just things like that. Like, I don't have necessarily very specific goals, because honestly, I'm kind of at a point in my life right now where I'm happy with where I'm at. Like, I'm happy with where I'm at with my body, just for kind of everyday life. You know, I feel really comfortable in my skin. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy with how I feel in the gym. I'm happy with the choices that I make overall. You know, I don't feel guilt about going out to eat once in a while or having a drink here or there. Like, I feel like I'm in a really good headspace right now. And so that isn't necessarily something I need to work on. Like, yes, I'm going to be like a constant work in progress, but that isn't like a main priority for me. You know, I don't have any really big goals for 2019 necessarily. But I just figured I would throw my 2 cents in there and rant a little bit about this, because it's kind of sad, and I feel bad for people, because people, you know, I'm not saying that people have unrealistic expectations. Like, you know, if you want to do something, and if you have the motivation and the discipline for it, and you have the drive to do it, I truly believe you can do anything you freaking want. But if you go into it with no plan, no kind of like dateline for when you want to hit certain goals, you're not, like, realistically, you're not going to hit that end goal, because you have to like have a plan and a strategy and be responsible about it. And I just ranted for like almost 10 minutes, and I don't know if anything I just said even makes any sense. It also reminds me, one of my goals for this year is to get certified in nutrition, probably sports nutrition, just because I feel like that's like most applicable to my own life. And even if that's not information that I can use to help other people, which is what I would love to do, it'll be beneficial, at least for me, to have that information and to be able to apply it to myself. So yeah, those are my like 20 cents on that entire topic. All right, I am going to end this video here. As always, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. All, you know, the whole handful of you. Doesn't matter, gotta start somewhere. If you like this video, like this type of video, basically if you like listening to me rant about random shit for, you know, 10 minutes at a time, give us a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. But either way, the feedback, I've had such a hard time with my words today. Anyway, the feedback is always appreciated. If you're feeling a little sassy and a little saucy, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you're feeling like super sassy, go ahead and hit the notification button, because as I say this every video, but like honestly, if you haven't noticed yet, you've probably noticed at this point that when I post is super sporadic. Basically, it's like when I've got like a minute to breathe in my life, I will make a video. Like I had mentioned before, if one of your goals for the new year is trying to eat healthier or maybe lose some weight, and you want some help with macros or meal planning to reach those goals, or maybe you're trying to gain weight, gain muscle, whatever it is, if it's some sort of body weight physique goal or outside of competing, go ahead and shoot me an email. My email's in the description box below, along with all of my discount codes. That way, if you want to treat yourself or treat somebody else to a little something something, you can at least save yourself some money while you're doing it, so you don't feel guilty spending money right after the holidays. And like I said, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next year.